Hello everyone again. Welcome to the second day. Today we will start with a bit of an different thing. Today we will starting with a time lapse of my 60 poses in 60 minutes. So it's a pose per minute exercise that I've seen. As you can see, they are not the greatest, at least not at the start. The exercise has multiple purposes. One is to improve at art. Every time I finish one of those, it means 60 seconds are up and I need to go to the next. So when you start, it's a bit slow, yes. So the purpose of the exercise is two purposes. One is to improve generally. So yeah, I like that pose a bit more. The thighs could be a bit closer together though. So it is to improve and improve generally over time. It's a 6 month exercise that I'm doing. I've seen it in a YouTube video of a YouTuber that once again I forgot. Damn it. And the second is to just get you into the mood of art. I have been trying several different poses here. It's really hard to think of poses, I would say. This is the same pose I did before, just from above, because I kind of liked the idea of it. Here is a bit more of an extreme pose that I did of swinging on a swing set, but the proportions didn't come out very well. I definitely should put more attention to proportionality before I start completing the thing. Uh, I have a pose here of a spear wielding character, which is important to me because one of the characters I like the most to draw has a spear. Not too much to talk about. This is 6 times the speed, so pretty much every drawing you see is 10 seconds. The recording here will not have much to talk about, so I might just I'll stop talking for a bit, and if there is something interesting to talk about, I will continue. Have fun for now. I do quite enjoy drawing legs, like the leg themselves. I spent quite a bit of time recently just studying legs, like the calf, the thigh, those kind of things, the muscles in it, how they look from different angles, and I quite like doing them. Here I try to do superior pose, and it looks absolutely horrendous. Terrible idea. I should definitely get more familiar with structures while doing these. It's part of exercise too. I think it is where a good artist can draw these poses without really drawing the stick figures behind. This is what I'm doing for the legs at least. It's the thing I'm confident on, so it's the thing I'm drawing the most easily. Sometimes I forget the legs too because, I put a lot of effort into other things. I don't have time to draw the legs. And I quite like how it came out in the end, though it could be more dynamic, that's for sure. In this pose, I try to do a pose I've seen another pose artist do, and this not good. You can't really see what's happening here. Something I want to improve in these little poses thing is that I want to make sure that there is no overlap between things. I'm trying to draw here in a way that I don't really have to draw things one over another. I don't have to draw a hand over the body if it goes above the body. I don't have to like have the lines of the body still show. It is a priority kind of thing. I need to know in advance how the pose looks, so I know what to draw and what not to draw of it. It will help me draw it faster, and it will also help me draw it prettier, since I don't really have the time to use an eraser in this one. Here I got a guitar wielding maniac. Once again, the legs look quite nice. The feet maybe I should work a bit more, but I'm quite satisfied with them for now. Here I honestly just had someone picking their ear. It's not something serious. I've noticed that I'm a lot better at doing the more extreme poses than the more relaxed poses. It's a bit, I guess I like the dynamics of it. I like to see it moving. I like the feel of a moving image, even if it's still. I quite appreciate those things. Yeah, I said I absolutely used the wrong tool to move the canvas. I've actually started learning a new tool for this one, the hand tool. Is it? On that one, I didn't have time to do the legs, so they look terrible. I started learning more the use other tools, such as the hand tool to move the canvas around. Usually I would just zoom in and out a bunch of times. But now I've been using the hand tool because it's faster to do these with the hand tool than to just zoom in and out. Here I try to see someone sitting crisscrossed, which I usually can draw pretty well, but on this one I just wasn't really thinking enough, so it didn't come out the best. I'm trying to do a person dancing here. You can see more towards the end. You are getting more towards the end. A lot of my poses were getting very big, and I noticed I had a lot more time to do. By the end, you will see that I barely have space to do, and I have just to do poses between other poses I already did. In here, I try to do like a sort of, I don't know, Gojo-ish finger thing. I don't know. I believe a perspective kind of image I was trying to do. Someone swinging like Spider-Man. I think it came out nicely enough. Could have been more dynamic. Again, I need to curve it more. I think what I should do is, even if I'm not doing a skeleton, I should definitely do an action line, at least for the action pieces. An action line is like a curved line that goes around across the action of the body. Here, I quite like this one. It's not action liney, of course, but it is quite nicely refined, very usable. I'd call that one usable. On here, I have no idea what I was doing. I'm gonna be honest. A dance move, like a spagat? I don't know. Oh yes, the man rolling backwards. I think I did it really nicely, but it's too small, so you can't see. You can barely see it. Unfortunately, I should have done that one bigger. It's not noticed if I'm not as confident with what I'm drawing. I'll make it usually smaller. Here, I didn't have time to make the other foot. Yes, speaking of lack of, this is a sort of Jacko-ish pose that I like. It's cat-like. I'm thinking I should draw more female bodies too. The male body is very, well, easy to work with. It's fun. It's more structured. It's easier to structure. I'll say the female body is a lot more curvaceous, a lot more. It looks better though in motion, I will admit, than the male body. So maybe I should. So next time I'll try to do more female bodies than this. I barely did any here. Though I guess maybe you could call them just a bit androgynous with very thick legs. I like thick legs. They're fun to draw. Yes, just a bit of drawing a lot of legs here because I missed out on some before. This one's supposed to look like they have earphones, but they look like they're panicked in the middle of a fall. So, good job. Me, the legs here convey a different emotion than what I wanted. And the arms too, they're a bit too spread. Here we have a normal action superhero pose, but it but didn't have the time to finish because I spent so much time on the hand. So in this one, I tried to compensate by trying to make a pose as quick as possible. Here you can see this is where I started to run out of space. I tried to do some poses between other poses. A man holding two swords. The legs could have been more interesting, for sure. Something I have a bit of problem with where to put different aspects of the drawing, or to put legs, or to put arms. I don't enjoy hiding them, but I probably should do it more, like hide behind the body. I like when everything is visible. It's a bit of a my bad. I barely had any space here, so I had to do this person lying down, and it came out horrendous. I don't even know what was the thing here. A I forgot what the exercise is called. I should learn what those things are called. But here I was something a bit more familiar that I used to do quite a bit. Men sitting on a throne. I should have spread his legs, like should have spread his other leg like to the right instead of to the left, I mean, instead of it just clamping on itself. I was a bit tired on this one, so I did a thumbs up. And here I tried to do something very, well, thin, limber. I don't know, just basic. And I believe this is the final pose for this video. No, it's not yet. And then again, it's like I noticed I don't have time much, so these are the final few poses. This is the final pose. Now I remember the final pose. Try to do something nice, simple, familiar, and that is the pages we have today. Yes. All right. Well, I'll stop the recording for now. Go grab something to bite on, and then I'll come back once we continue our practice drawing. I'll be back soon. Hello again, people. Had a bit of mic problems, so had to restart it over and over again. Doesn't really matter to you because we don't. Well, you didn't get to see that. Maybe I should have actually kept that in for the authenticity, of course. So anyway, let's get right to it. It's been a while since I did the thing. A few hours for you. It feels like, well, literally nothing. It's a cut, you know. So anyway, well, let's continue with our arm thingies. This is it. This is it. So, okay. This color. I wish to learn this muscle today. I don't know how it's called. I'm gonna call it. I'm not gonna call it anything. From the front, it looks like it's like that, and this is how it is from the side. But it might go even a bit more further in, a bit more down here. Let's see. This is side, front. Create noise. It is this one. This is what I like to be as the flex muscle because you do when you flex, you like it, you know. I'm pretty sure it is behind here, behind this green bun here, when it comes to being in here. I hope so at least. Let's continue going. To the side when flexed, it is a bit bubbled up. There seems to be a muscle here. This blue one. I'm gonna assume it's a tendon. It does seem like it has its own shape. Oh, it's gonna be a bit of a rough one. Let's do this green one at the same time. So this is that muscle. We'll do it in blue. This muscle seems quite interestingly shaped. Yeah, look at that. It has like a bulged part from the side and a little smaller part. Oh, I see what's going on here. It's like a bulge and a tendon. Bulge and a tendon. And it is from the back to the sides. So this would be like a bulge and a tendon. Okay, but you can't see the tendon as much from the front because it's a back tendon, because it goes to the back. Okay, okay, that's good to know. And from the side, it goes here, and from the side, at least from the other side. This is from the back side, not from the back side. From a side, I guess maybe I'm not 100% sure. No, I am sure what this part of the arm is. This part is like, you know, when the arm is like this. Like you got your, I don't know what it's called. It's right at the bend. This is the bend of the arm. So it's pretty much forward. It's pretty much forward. And it's a bit tilted. The thing. And you got the thing. Yeah, so you get what I'm trying to say. I hope. I hope. From the side. It's depending on the bend. This is from a side, from back side, like 3/4. Mm, not a tutorial channel, need to remember that. This is a personal channel. And from the front side, Full front side, you can barely see. Oh, sorry, very much. You can barely see it. What it seems like there is a thing. You know what? I am going to I'm going to place a little sensor bar there. That's okay. This is taking me too long. Right, sensor bar straight on the image. Don't know how much YouTube can catch that, so I'd rather they wouldn't catch that at all. Let's keep going. Let us keep going. Let us pick our layer and let's continue. Oops. This. Whoops. Alright, let's continue. What I was gonna say, it seems like this muscle has some parts too. Is more pronounced on the, I won't say backside. The side is closer to the actual body rather than the side that is more away. But no, the other side. No, here it's just hidden. Wait, let's see. This yellow thing is the what is it called? Not ankle. Ankle is in the leg. It's completely unrelated. The not kneecap. The kneecap for the arm. Elbow. It's the elbow. This part is the elbow. This part is the muscle above. Okay. I'm not looking at this thing because it is wholly irrelevant considering. Wait, actually, let's put everything in this folder so we can have our little reference folder. Doing a bit of studying here from the front. Yeah, this is from the front. Barely visible. You understand? Okay, I kind of get this muscle. It seems like it's going down here. So if I had to like continue it, I would continue it sort of like that. I'm assuming it's how it's like. Hopefully. And let's go back to our red one. No need for this yet, since we still don't have our muscle understanding completely done. But what do I know? There we go. You see this little shape that we got here? It's from our little, from this little muscle that we did before. What do you know? What do you know? So the way, yes, it seems like to connect directly to the armpit, though there seems to be like a little piece of non-muscle here. What is that? That is, I guess it is a muscle, but it's part of the torso muscle, not part of the arm muscle. Well, so we'll just ignore it, this part. So we have this, and in our diagram, it would go, presumably like this. And then it would accumulate, turn into a strand here, and then this would be, its own muscle. This would be the red muscle. And this would be the blue. It would accumulate, make a bit of a thingy. It is a long muscle though. Yes, it's okay. Sorry. When I called this the elbow, I guess I was a bit wrong. It's a bit of a bony area without much muscle. This should be long. This muscle is longer, I believe. And yeah, then we get to that bony area. Yeah, and the red. Hoppa. Just found a new shortcut. X changes between my two colors over here. You can see. Very useful for when drawing these two. Actually, probably very useful when doing black and white too. I should use that next time. That will speed up my process. I love speeding up my process. My favorite thing. Efficiency. Very German in that way. Yes. So, anyway, we were in the red. Is what I was gonna say. Just talking about efficiency and how useful it is, and I already fuck it up. Good job, me. Definitely not a sign for things to come. What is interesting to me is this. Because that seems to be a muscle. It isn't everywhere in our diagram. Is it from the back? It's from the side. I guess it's from the connection from the other side. This blue one. It's just this. It goes around here. Let's give it a color. No, green is bad, terrible. I can barely see. Pink. Let's make it more purple, darker. Perfect. It's this. It goes all the way to the pit of the arm, not the armpit. The connection, the bend point. Definitely has a name that I'm forgetting. And if someone is watching it, they're probably thinking I'm an idiot, which they'll be right on many occasions. Let's see. Let us see. This is connected like so. It's viewed from the side, straight to the side. I see, I see. Okay, so pretty much I can just do this, and that one just will appear in the negative space, same as this. Then in that case, I'd rather honestly not have it at all with like laid out. I don't really care about that one. It doesn't really do anything for me. At least not when I have my other muscles set. Next we have two more muscles only. Oh my. I thought this one was gonna be a bit longer than that. First of all, let's go back to our red. Let's do this one. Yes, good. But all these muscles, wait, something I forgot to add to them is their little tendons. Tendons, that's okay. Worst comes to worst, I'll do this, but I don't really care much about the tendons currently, just the shape. Let's do the wrist. On the side, it's a simple one. It's a simple muscle, just a bit of an ellipse. A bit of an ellipse. Gets thinner towards the shoulder. Nice. Alright. The next muscle is this blue one here, which I am gonna color purple. Probably should have chosen the correct colors, but I'd rather colors that will stand out. Okay, this muscle, from this diagram at least, seems to have two parts to it. First of all, the entire damn arm. The entire damn forearm, apparently, and part of this, though I doubt that, is that really what is going on here. It seems to be, it's a muscle that bends. What do you know? A muscle that bends. Absolutely horrendous for the muscle, not for me. Well, for me, I have to draw the muscle, which is a bit confusing when it bends. It seems to have there. This is the bending point right here, and it continues. I said I'll talk about the blue one, but I did the purple one. I am idiotic. I see. Basically, it's another one of those where well, it's not just there, you know, it has its shape. It's like, if I have to say, it's like these two main tubes and then the elbow. Right on the elbow itself. Has a shape. No, the elbow is this part, the bone. So yeah, it's beneath the elbow. I guess if you skin the person alive, you would see it technically above the elbow, but it's not really giving the elbow its shape. The bone does. And this muscle takes the shape of the elbow. It follows the shape that already exists of the elbow. Yeah, it seems like it is a bended muscle. I'm pretty sure these are the fingers muscle. Yeah, this is the muscle of the fingers. As you can see in this diagram, when the guy is doing a fist, and I'm sure if you raise your arm right now in front of your face, do a fist hard, you can sort of see your muscle right on your forearm twitching in front of you. So I'm assuming that's what this muscle does. That makes sense why it's a big muscle now. It's such long. That's also a useful thing to know for drawing what each muscle does. Let me think. If this muscle flexes when you do the flex thing, the flex muscle as I like to call it, I'm assuming that's what it used for. It used to flex the hand. And this bulging muscle will is used to do the opposite, to put it to the other side. You can feel it. It's pretty much when you do when you do the stretch of your arm in that way, just straighten your arm as hard as possible. You can feel it right at the back of your arm. That is this muscle. So it will expand a bit while doing that. If a muscle is used, if a muscle is stretched, it's kind of doing the opposite of stretched. It's compressing itself. It's bulging up. So if you do your arm straight, this muscle will be more bulged. Okay, next one. Did we finish this muscle? No. Yes, this muscle is the finger one. So if you do a fist, it will flex. It's your forearm. It's the main forearm muscle, I'll call it that. And I believe the blue one is the thumb muscle. Because from the diagram it seems connected, and if when I move my forearm I feel a tiny bit of a tingle in where this blue muscle is. Let's give it a color. What color did we not use yet? Orange. Orange works. It'll be hard a bit to see, I'm sorry. But you already used black. I don't like that it's hard to see. What colors exist? Stronger orange. Perfect, perfect. We'll take this. So yeah, we have this blue muscle, which seems to be going straight from the green to the around the arm. Does a little loop around, straight to the front of the arm, and then it goes down and continues to the thumb. Right here, you see? Goes from around and then goes around here and goes around and continues to the thumb from the back, connects to this. Wait, let me. I don't. It's not very easy to see here, so let me show. So let me just go over it a bit. As you can see, we have a fist here. It is closed. We have this. Yes. So we have this purple one going straight to the thumb. We'll color it here. Thinking I understand. It will bulge. It will bulge if we move our arm. Oh, this might be actually. Is this the muscle controlling the fingers? And this one is the could be the muscle controlling the palm. It might be, it might be. Well, regardless, the form is matters. So you know what? Let me Google it. I'll pause. I'll pause a second. I'll be back in a second. I am back. Well, apparently I was just wrong. This muscle is the finger control. The hand, the palm itself. When you do like movements with your palm, let's say you do this with your palm. Not the best finger artist, among other things, obviously. When you move the palm like this and like that, and when you spin it to the sides, it has its own little muscle group inside of it, not pictured here. So maybe we'll look at that at another date, but honestly, I do not care much about that currently. Well, I think I understand now. So let us do some drawing, shall we? I like doing it with a pencil, so I shall do it with pencil. The shape, first of all. Let's put all of these in here. And let us begin with the rest of our arm. Why are you so low? Why are you barely opaque? Because you are fucking. Because I'm doing in fucking white. Sorry. There. Oh, that's a color I can use. So let's start. We start with the shape. The arm does a little bend like this, and then like this, and starting with the shoulder. Don't need it too rough. I'm doing the most bold parts for the arm itself, for the final thing, for the thing that will actually be in the product. We have that. We're doing shape. Let's see. So our arm is semi-fingered, so we won't have that many curvaceousness on the muscles. This one would be the back, the green muscle, and this one would be the front muscle. With this shoulder would be a bit more in here. That's this muscle is okay. Fine, we'll make it a bit, we'll make it muscly, just so it will be easier to know, to understand. Sorry. Mm-mm-mm. Maybe one day I'll add some music. I'll search for ad-free one. I do want the ad-free music, copyright-free. I want the videos to stay up after all. And I wouldn't wanna have to edit them later. It seems actually that this green muscle gets to have a bit of fun. And then yes, this comes here. And we have a cyan muscle that we don't need. Okay. A little blue one goes here, does a little bump. Then we have our purple muscle, which is big. give us a bit of a shape like this. And we have the return of the blue muscle on this part. And voila! We have a little arm. What do you know? Probably not gonna make as many, probably just gonna make 3. Probably just gonna make 3. I'll see you soon after I finish with the sketch. Welcome back. Finished the sketches. Time to do the line art. Once again, we'll do the same thing as before. Line out for 1, and then we'll go for then I'll cut and show you the rest later. Yes. Let's see. The middle one of the shoulder, something I didn't do before much, is much thicker than the rest. So we'll make sure to remember that. And we'll erase now. Or probably better to erase later. So let's erase later. We'll do all the erasures later that we need to do. There is a little gap for this. This is the yellow muscle we saw, the flex muscle. How I adore calling it now. The ghost muscle. I'm a terrible tutorial, guys. Do not take me as a tutorial. Genuinely don't. I think this actually as a, like goes as a tendon instead. Yes. The blue muscle, that's the wraparound muscle. The purple one, which is pretty much just ghosting here. Just goes around, comes around. Not super special. There we go, and we don't need to draw the palm. The palm here was for assistance only. Okay. Now we'll do some refining. We'll begin with some thick, thick, thick here. We need thick there now, but we need thick here. I like that. I like that. No, I don't like that actually. Because this goes above the ghost muscle. Yes. And we have, of course, a little bump here. We'll do it in the shading. Thicker lines, thicker lines. And now we can just start erasing a bit. I like these so much. Nice. Done. Something missing for me. This. Make this thick towards thin. We might not need to erase that much. Come on. Good. Well done. Let's close it off so we can paint on it. Nicely done. Alright, once again I'll do the inking for the rest right after I figure out what do we do here. The purple muscle is more of a thingy here. Let me actually see. It wraps around here, so yeah. Okay, wait, made a mistake. Yes. Ah, okay. Now I see. Uppa. Do I like it? Quite. It's a bit much here. We'll thicken this, and right when this is about the part where it gets thin, this is still thick. A bit this gets thin. Alright, perfecto. Actually, probably should have done the thinning without the thing, without the sketch. Oppa. Ooh, quite, quite nice. Wait, this one is a bit too much for me as it stands. Let's erase here a bit proper. Does the flex muscle go above? It can, but in this scenario it won't really, but let's make it a bit more raised. On here we can keep it like that. Let's even darken it. There we go. A nice, beautiful muscle. A nice, beautiful arm. Now we'll do the rest of the arms, the inking, and then we'll color it, and then, of course, we'll do the same for the rest. See you soon. And we're back. We're just gonna do this one and this one, because as you can see, this one came out absolutely horrendous. We'll cut it from every layer. Yes. Okay, so yeah, we have 2 layers of this. Let's pick colors, shall we? What is today's color? Today's color. Let's see, is there a thing? Color of the day. The color of the day is... I have no idea. Green. And for the other one, we'll do the opposite color. I just noticed that I did practically the exact same thing for both of them. How peculiar. I did the exact same pose for both. So actually, we'll only work on one today. Unfortunate. But it will save me some time. I guess I will not go to sleep 2 a.m. today. Hooray! You know, unless it takes me 4 hours to do this. Hooray! Let us begin with shading. I've grown to quite like it. Light comes from here. It's the way direction I like doing light from. I have it from here. And like so. And like so. here. Nice. I'm gonna do it one by one. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I'm not listening to anything, I'm just singing for no reason. I'm apologizing. What about that? What about this part of the arm? Well, I'm gonna assume it's like that part of the boobs, I know. It's gonna keep it relatively unshaded. Nice and unshaded it will be. This one gets a bit more light. Until here. This area looks like to be completely in the dark. It is not just small shapes, it's a whole thing. Which means there will be more things in the dark than just these. So, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's erase this. If there's more things in the dark, this entire area would be in the dark. This would be in the dark. There would be a bit light here. Strong. Oppa. Fantastic. Litten perfectly. We'll add some more here. A bit more towards the edge. Like it, like it. Some more here. Like it a bit less. It's because I'm not getting the shape right. The shape would be more like this. Fantastic. Any more? Yes, there would be a bit of darkness in here. And now we do cast light. It's for the shadows that are from object. A bit here. We can do a lot here. Some here. We'll do the ambient occlusion too. I'll do it all at once. We are expediting our processes. A bit here, a bit here, a bit here. It's okay, the art style can be simplified from yesterday because I didn't like how complex it was. Let's add the whole form one here. All right. And with a thick one, we'll move it a few times. There we go. One time. There we go. Nicely done. Oh, a bit of shape. Now a bit of blending wherever I feel necessary. Right where the shadows intersect, I like. When we don't have that strong of a difference. Sure, here in the middle could be fine. Here. Perfect. Ooh, we got a nice structured little piece here. This is a bit much, of course, when I do it on a proper model. It won't be as muscly as this, unless the character is very muscly, of course. But on a proper model, on a proper picture, I mean, it will be just mostly the shapes, not the entire thing. Like, you got your thing, your thing, your thing, your thing here, 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 here. It will mostly look like this, you know, with a bit extra for the... I always forget. How do I always forget? The... Once I remember, I'll tell you. Alright, next we have our white layer. First of all, this is a multiplier. This one I like to blur a bit more. And this one I want to be very blurry. This one is because it's just little highlights to show extra depth. And this is a string, so what we'll do is we'll only blur from the top. No, from the bottom, and a bit from the top. Same here. Hoppa. Nice. Now to add a bit of rim. Perfect. Nice. We have our armor for today. Wow. I do quite like it. Quite indeed. Let me make a little hand extra for it. Ready, not want to... Okay. Let us make a little extra hand. We'll sketch it first. It is generally, for me, it is easier to do the hand upright. And let's make this a bit smaller, so I won't accidentally make the hand too big or too small. Hoppa. Let's add a bit more volume here, here, here. Let's close this off a bit. A bit. This should be lower. This should be lower and wider. All right. And now we'll actually do the inking of it. We'll make this one gray. Nicely done, boys. And we'll make it blurred so it's not an important part. In fact, what would happen if we do a little background for our piece? Let's just take that, large, larger, a different, how about a different brush? Let's try rough watercolor. Fantastic. How does it look without? It looks good even without line art, which I enjoy. One day we'll probably get rid of. Actually, let's not get rid of the line art. Let us make it green. Wrong. We'll make it a dark, desaturated green. On this side, and on the other side, we'll make it a lighter green. No, not as light, not that light. Come on. Lighter green. There. We have a little illusion of grandeur. But when the light is, we'll make it even lighter. Oppa. Quite nice, quite nice. I don't want it desaturated, I want it very saturated actually. Nice. I quite like it. I don't quite like the ugly background, I'll tell you that. Not red at least. Let's pick a more complementary color. And we'll erase a bit around so the arm looks like it stands out. What do we think? Let's remove some of that erasure and let's do very light. Boom. Quite nice. Today we did the rest of the arm. We did some quick sketching. No personal talk. Oh, last time I said I want to talk to my friends today. I did not. No, like I said, I guess I got scared of it at the end. Oh well, hopefully tomorrow. I'll really, I don't know. I hope I can. Goodbye everyone for now. And fuck it, we'll do it without with. Let me try different colors. I'm sorry I don't take it out so fucking long. How long is this for now? It is an hour, and the 10 minutes we had to start, it's already an hour. Oh, right. if we have a large of this, that looks terrible. This looks terrible. Desaturated. Looks better. What about like this? No. What about green? Just green. No. Pink. I don't like it much. Dark blue, like straight up navy. It might be the best. This one comes out as a bit of steel gray. You didn't try orange yet. Drab. Alright, we're keeping this. Alright, everyone, I'm just gonna post it on Twitter later. See you all in the next time. Bye bye.